Flight Planning and Execution Project by Nathaniel Nicholas. Alright. Flight plan. So my flight plan, it was flown from KEQY, which is Charlotte Monroe Executive Airport, to KRDU, which is Raleigh-Durham International Airport, and a Diamond DA40NG that has a class cockpit of Garmin G1000. The flight was 113 nautical miles, and it took about an hour to complete. The route goes as follows. So from KEQY, Charlotte Monroe Executive Airport, we went direct to LOCAS Waypoint, which is on the T398. That is a GPS route. From Locust, we fly on the T398, heading Sopak, Kipper, Pekin, Rapaille, Gimni, and after Gimni, we turn north direct to Akcho. On Akcho, we will be on the Victor 66 route, flying north to RDU, Raleigh-Durham VOR, radio 234. Getting close to Raleigh-Durham International Airport, we requested direct Keiki. That is a RNAV arrival, usually used by jets, but we requested it just to have some ability to use the VNAV profile. On the Domster 2 RNAV arrival, we flew on the arrival to Jodis, Chimmer, and finally Kenki. I think it was like 8,000, 7,000, 6,000. We changed this altitudes. I think we did like 5, 4, 3, maybe it was 4, 3, 2. Flying outbound on the 05 heading on the GPS track for vectors on the ILS 23 left. Finally getting vectors for the ILS 23 left, we landed, did approach landing, taxied onto the FBO, and we were done there. All right, this is the for-flight route. So if you don't mind zooming in a little bit, just showing them this. Monroe Airport, Locust, Zepco, Kipper, Apply, Gimni, T398. Then we shot direct up on the GPS, up to Akcho, hopping on the Victor 66, being able to use some green needles, you know, getting some green needle time in, basically flying to a VOR. Radio 234, going past Modeps, all the way up to RDU. Right around here, this is where the cake intersection is, so we could hop on the arrival. It took us up here like this, and we came in for ILS 23 left. Here, we got it all right here. I planned 7,000, we actually flew at 5,000 just to get some IFR in. 113 nautical miles. This is just a basic performance stuff. We did our own calculation, hand calculation on the fuel and whatnot, but that's just some basic stuff, excuse me. That was that. Recorded flight experience. Here we are, flying above the clouds, a little VFR on top. We got the G1000 in here, cruise along 123 on the tops, just cruising above the tops. Over here, we stay at 5,000 just to get some IFR time in the suit. Same thing, about 123 knots at 5,000 feet, cruising along. And then here was closer by Charlotte Executive Airport. Kind of took a picture of some roads and whatnot as my buddy was flying. Reflections. The first thing I noticed when we did the pre-flight and everything, got in it, Garmin fired up great. It was beautiful. Had a bunch of checklists in there. We used that. Also putting the flight plan into the Garmin. It was simple as like airdropping for an iPhone. I also said like mobile uploading. So basically we just took our for-flight on our iPad, shot the flight plan straight to the Garmin G1000, and we were done with it. It was real simple. That goes into my next point. The ability to effortlessly submit the G1000, the flight plan to the G1000 allowed us to be quick, efficient, and not to have any mishits, so any mistakes that might happen for us to deviate from our followed route in case we lose comms or something. We don't want to do that. The flight went great. I was able to connect with an old buddy of mine who went to flight school with. We both have flown the Diamond 40 NG at flight school, and I haven't been current in a while. Great thing about the Garmin G1000, it's like riding a bike. So as soon as I got in there, messed around with it as we took off, blah, blah, blah. And like as soon as I got up to climb altitude, I I knew what I was hitting. It was like riding a bike. You know, I've spent so much time in those aircraft before. Coming from flying at the airline, I noticed the Garmin G1000 can do things the FMS GPS system and our regional planes can't do. Like VNAV, navigation, and performance. This allowed us to have the ability to have accurate, precise calculations. So what I mean by this is my specific airline, we have the ability to have VNAV performance. It tells us like how quick to go down. So it'll give us a fix like at 8,000, and it'll tell us, hey, you need to do 1,300 feet to get to this fix, which is great. I mean, that's great to have. But the unfortunate thing is we cannot do VNAV approaches. We only have to do LNAV approaches. We have to do basically like a localizer approach, but with the GPS. So it's like an LNAV with step down, fix this. Moving into my next point. MFD, going to the Waypoint Group, the airport information was there. I haven't flown into Charlotte Monroe Executive Airport, so having the ability to look at the traffic frequencies, the CTAF, the tower, all that stuff, AWOS, was just so easy on there. And then having all the charts and everything in the Garmin, it's just so easy. It was such an easy access, easy to deal with. Being able to put climb and descent profiles in G1000 allowed us to track terrain profiles. And the VSD button to see if the terrain would be a factor with our inputted altitude and climb performance. This allowed us just to take an extra peek, making sure everything was looking good. There is a couple mountains over there, but everything was fine with ours. We were at least 3,000 over everything. So, finally, improvement suggestions. So I've flown this aircraft, I've flown the Garmin G1000 in multiple aircraft for about 750 hours in the Diamond 40NG and several hours in the Cessna 208. I think this is combined. But anyways, auto land feature, I wish they had an auto land feature. Especially for a Diamond 40NG, Cessna 208 would be awesome as well. Just for if you're flying with your family and something happens to you, but your family doesn't know how to fly, they can just hit the button, takes it right in, land, everybody's safe. That'd be awesome. Next, in the MFD, having to zoom in to see the traffic locations and their altitudes, and not being able to see the big picture of the weather was kind of a pain in the butt to me. I wish they would fix that. You can see it on the PFD, but for me, I don't like having stuff on the PFD. So that might just be a caveat for me. It's something they can fix. NexRad's great, but I just wish that they would speed up the time that the NexRad gets back to you. I know sometimes I've heard stories that it's like 30 minutes delayed. I've heard stories that it's only 5 minutes delayed. So if they could get that information to you very accurately so you can make more decisions quickly, that'd be great, instead of kind of guessing. On the MFD, I wish there was the ability to pull up two different pages. So if you could have a flight plan page and you could have like NexRad, or you could have like your GPS reliability page, and then you could have like your aircraft performance page, if you're doing long cross-country stuff or stuff like that. That'd be really nice. Finally, the nearest group on the MFD, I think that is one of the best things about the Garmin G1000. Just hit that FMS knob, go all the way to the right, bam, you got it there, you know where you're going. One caveat, as I start to fly bigger planes, sometimes the nearest airports that we go to, we can't land there because they're so short. I wish there was the ability to put parameters in there for you to be able to fly to that specific airport and know that you have enough runway, you have the width, there's a GPS or an ILS there. And that's all I have. I'd like to thank you for watching, and yeah, thank you.